Hi everybody, welcome back to Be Soul Candy with Sid. I'm Sid, and today we are getting into the glutes, focusing on all three major muscle groups: gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, and gluteus minimus, because all booties matter: big, little, and medium. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, stick around and I'll see you on the mat.
Something to buy, da ba da ba, yeah. Da ba da ba ba, buy da ba, yeah.
Let's get started right away in mountain pose. Extending your arms up toward the sky. Rotate your pinkies in line and breathe. Starting with your feet, ground down through all four corners of your feet. Lift your knees, engage your quads, knit your front ribs together to turn on your transverse abdominis. Your shoulders are softening into their sockets here. Take a full round of breath in and a breath out. We'll be flowing through a quick sun A to get warmed up, moving straight into our sun B with some dynamic movement. Here we go. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Let your fingertips land right beside your pinkies. Shift your center of gravity forward slightly so that your weight is concentrated in the ball mounds of your feet. You can slightly tuck your chin toward your chest as the crown of your head hangs heavy. Continue breathing. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat spine. So you want to find a long line of energy from the crown of your head to your belly, all the way back through your tailbone. Peek over your mat like you're peeking over a cliff. Take a full round of breath in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step both feet back about hips width distance. Here in your high plank, your shoulders stack on top of your wrists. Spread your fingers wide. Find an internal rotation of your thighs as you press your mat away. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes here. Press your toenails into the mat. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Getting into our glutes right away. Can you cactus off your arms or even extend them forward or out? Whatever feels best in your body. Allow your shoulders to soften. Inhale, locust pose. Lift your thighs, your chest, and your chin off the mat. Keep a slight tuck in your chin. Gaze can be slightly forward and downcast to activate through both of your glutes here. Take a full round of breath in. Exhale, plant your palms underneath. Inhale, pressing up to either your knees or your high plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Hold here in your down dog. Full round of breath in. And a breath out, allowing your chest to soften toward your thighs, your elbows to internally rotate toward your knees. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's flow that one more time. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Choose your own adventure. Inhale, locust pose. Exhale to release. Inhale, press up. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Right away, kick your right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Letting both hips square toward the floor. Draw your knee toward your chest and hold here. And just notice as you have your knee hugged in toward your chest, what's happening with your sciatic muscles, those muscles in the back line of your leg and your outer glute muscles. Take a full breath in, maybe finding a gentle pulse here for 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Shift forward slightly, kick your heel forward between your thumbs, finding low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Extend your arms up to the sky. Let your biceps frame your ears here. Let your shoulders soften into their sockets. Now you can squeeze your inner thighs to stabilize through your back glute. We're going to find some dynamic movement here. So on your inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge forward slightly, bringing your hands to heart center. Take up space. Inhale. Exhale, lunge. About 8 rounds of breath here. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Stay low. With your hands at prayer hinging forward, listen for the change. Shift your weight forward. Find warrior 3. Now here in your warrior 3, both hips are pointing down toward the floor. Flexion in your back leg. This is turning on the first major muscle group, the gluteus maximus, so the biggest muscle in your leg. Draw your low belly up and in. Option to stay here. Option to bend through your top knee. Now, if this feels like a big ask, option for blocks or 2 blocks underneath you as you find gentle pulses here. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Extend through the back thigh in 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend. Full breath in. Exhale. Land with control. Beautiful. Spin your back heel down to prepare. Reversing up, warrior 2. Now here in your warrior 2, make a home for yourself. Stack your front knee on top of your front ankle. Align your front heel with your back arch. Getting into the gluteus medius muscles. So those slightly more refined muscles on the outer part of your hips. Take your arms out to the side as you gaze over your front middle finger. I'm going to take it up and down. Inhale up, star pose. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, extend and bend through the front knee. Inhale up, exhale down. Find some freedom of movement here. Allow this to feel good. 8, 7, almost there, everybody. 6, last 5, last 4, 3, staying low in 2, and 1. Stay low, warrior 2. Take a full round of breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Still getting into those gluteus muscles as well as your side obliques here. Allow them to recruit as you lift your bottom ribs up. Extend through your crown, pressing that back knee toward the back wall. Keep breathing. Breathe in full. Breathe out. Finally, we want to get the peak on this side as well. You can shorten your stance here if that feels good to help flying the back leg and make it a little more accessible. Now I have a block right underneath my palm as I press through my heel, and that's just allowing for a little more stability so I can really find this external rotation, my psoas and my outer hip. So find length all the way across your body. Option to bend your knee for an added challenge, but a lot is happening right here. You're here for 1 more breath. Full breath in. Exhale, land. Take your time. We can pivot our back heel up and plant your palms, stepping back to high plank. Now you get to choose your own adventure. You might flow through a vinyasa. We might meet right back in downward facing dog. A lot happened just there on our right side. Let's get our left side. Inhale, kick your left heel to the sky. Now, as you kick your left heel up, can you turn both hip points down toward the floor? It's not about how high your back leg goes or if it's open, rather just that you're finding the strength in the back thigh. Take a full round of breath in. Exhale, knee to your chest. Now, as you hug your knee in, concentrate on the back line of your left thigh. Begin to pulse forward. Find a slight round in your spine. For 4. Kick forward in 3. Last 2. Last 1. Kick your front heel between your thumbs and take a moment to set up here. Ground down through the big toe of your front foot. Start to pull that left hip crease back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Extending through your fingertips, activate through your right glute. Now these lunges are building and strengthening your gluteus maximus and refining your medius and minimus muscles. So just stay here, find a home in the pose. Full breath in. Exhale, bend. Extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. 8. Last 4. Almost there. Last 3, staying low. In 2 and 1. Bend your back knee. You can keep your front knee bent as well as you begin to hinge forward toward the top edge of your mat. Use that as a little bit of momentum to shift forward. Extend through your right heel, finding flexion in your back thigh. Your hands can be at your hips or at your heart, whatever helps you feel most secure. And if you want to take it up a layer, let your biceps come out by your ears. Wherever you are, option to bend in the top leg. And just notice what that does here. You're here for 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Extend, take your time. Exhale, land with control. Starting to pivot your back heel down. You reverse up, warrior 2. Finding the external rotation in our hips now. So front knee on top of your front ankle, back toes parallel with the back edge of your mat. Taking your arms out to the side. Lift up. Extend and rain it down. Doing amazing. Nearly there. Last 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Warrior 2. Stay here. Begin to shift forward with your exhale. Inhale. Recruit your obliques and open your heart. Extended side angle. Option to stay here. Option to find a little more extension through your top arm as you draw your right hip back and down. Holding here for 4. Last 3. We lengthen in 2 and 1. Turn your back toes in slightly. Lengthen through your front thigh. Triangle pose. This is getting your side oblique muscles opening through your chest, your medius, your psoas. A lot's working here as you extend through your fingertips. Option to stay here if this is enough of a challenge for you today. If you want to come with me, start to shorten your stance. You can bring your fingertips down to the floor or down to a block on either high, medium, or low setting. You choose. Extend through your back heel. Allow your top hip to open toward the ceiling. Find some stability here. Option to bend in the top knee if that feels good. Otherwise, just stay here for a few more breaths. Lower down with your exhale. Take your time. Pivot low. Option to flow through your vinyasa or go straight to downward facing dog. Full breath in and a breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat and have a seat. Perfect. So now that we're down here on the floor, option to grab a quick sip of water, towel off if you need to. We're going to be moving into the final muscle group of the glutes, which is going to be the gluteus minimus. These are going to be the smallest muscles out of all three, and they focus on abducting away from the midline. So we're going to be doing some compound exercises, focusing on the core and getting all three muscles at the same time as we begin to make our way into a cool down and a shavasana. See you in a second. Meeting here on your hands and knees, tabletop position. Option to give it a few wiggles and shakes here as we begin our bird dog sequence. So I want you to extend your right arm forward and your left toes back. Now you can keep your toes here on the floor as you gain balance. Even option for a block underneath your wrist if your wrists feel like there's some tension here. Take a full round of breath in, elevate that left heel. Exhale, bird dog, knee to nose, round through your spine. Listen for the change. Inhale, abduct away from the body. So draw your left knee out, right elbow up. Exhale, back through center. That's your compound movement. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 8. Open mouth exhales here. Last 7. Last 6. You're almost there. You're doing amazing. Last 5. Tabletop in 4. Tabletop in 3. Last 2. And last 1. Coming back to your tabletop, shake it out. Take what you need, leave what you don't. And we'll start on the other side. So right toes long, left arm goes out. Just get your balance here. Like I said, you can use a block underneath your wrists for a little added stability under your standing land. Take a full breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, bird dog, round through your spine. Inhale out. Exhale, center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Keep it going. For 8, 7, 6, almost there. Last 5. You're done in 4, 3. Last 2. And 1. Tabletop. Shake it out. Transitioning to your right hip. Option to bring your forearms down. Hug your knees slightly in toward your chest. Left hand can come to your top hip. We've got clamshells next. So I want you to draw your low belly in. This is going to get your outer hips, your minimus, piriformis, and it looks just like this. So on your inhale, I want you to lift and contract your pelvis. Exhale, lower down. You've got 8. Almost there. 7, 6. You're doing amazing. Last 5. Last 4. Rolling onto our back in 3. Last 2. And last 1. Coming onto your back. Option to give it a little wiggle and a shake. On your way to the other side. Left forearm down. Top hand on your top hip. You can find a slight fetal position here as you start to set up for the pose. So on your inhale, lift. Let that top hip rise toward the sky. Activate through the minimus muscles here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 8. Almost there for 7. 6. Last 5. 4. Rolling over in 3. Stay with it. Last 2. Last 1. Whew. Coming all the way down. Extend your legs long. Now, your blocks are a wonderful addition to take here, just because this can be a lot of tension on your wrists. So bring those behind your hips. Press into your palms here. Send your thighs about hips width distance apart for Dandasana. Take a full round of breath in. Smooth back out. Finishing strong in reverse plank. Can you lift your hips toward the sky? Draw your belly in. Activate through all of your glute muscles here. Start to extend your chest toward the ceiling. This might be enough right here. Now, if you want to do reverse plank marches, start to press your right toes down. Hug your left knee in. So it's up and down. 4. Lowering down in 3. Last 2. Last 1. Take your time with control. Lower down to your glutes. Give yourself some love here. Shake out your limbs as we begin to make our way down toward the floor to close out our class. So using your last bit of core strength, make your way down to the mat. Walk your heels in toward your glutes as we find reverse figure 4. So I want you to flex your left foot across your right knee. Flex your left toes toward your knee and start to reverse tabletop your opposite leg. From here, you can grab through that figure 4 opening, grabbing your knee and bringing it in toward your chest. Stretch out through your outer hips. Take a full round of breath in and a full round of breath out. Honoring your body and the work that you've put in thus far. Finding power in this pause. Going for a quick IT band stretch here. Can we bring our bottom foot down and start to send your left heel toward the floor? Now, if this feels uncomfortable or inaccessible, option 4, block under your foot as you press this knee open. You can stay here for a breath or two. Continue to breathe. Inhale to come back through center. Maybe hugging both knees in toward your chest for supine cow face. Flex both toes toward your knees. Maybe give your low back a little massage. As you go to switch legs. So find that reverse tabletop position, option to keep your bottom foot down, and then bring your left foot across your right knee. Find a 90-degree bend in your left leg. Option to stay right here, or for even more sensation, reaching through your figure 4 opening, draw your knees in toward your chest. Use your forearm to open your right knee toward the side edge of your mat, feeling that sensation in your outer hips, stretching through all of your glute muscles. Full breath in, full breath out. When you're ready, finding that IT stretch on the other side, bring both hands to the floor. Option 4, block underneath you as you stretch. You can even bring your arms out to a T. Breathe in full and breathe out. When you're ready, coming back through center, let both heels come to the floor. You have 2 options here as we start to stretch out your spine. Work your shoulders underneath you. Inhale, bridge pose. Let your fingertips align with your heels. Allow your chest to reach toward your chin and your chin toward the ceiling. Take what you need here, leave what you don't. For option 2, taking your block rather the high or medium setting right underneath your sacrum, the bony part of your low back, for supported bridge pose. Allow your weight to release onto the block here. Full breath in, full breath out. When you're ready, removing your block from underneath you, lower down, finding fallen bridge pose. So can we bring our heels to opposite edges of your mat and knock your knees in toward one another? Bring your hands to prayer. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center, your seat of intuition. Allowing your breath to slow down here, honoring all the effort we've put in thus far. Starting to hug your knees into your chest. Find a little love as you massage your sacrum. We finish with happy baby pose. So think malasana pose on your back. So bend your knees toward your underarms or in toward your rib cage. Flex through both feet. And you can grab for your ankles, the outer arches of your feet, or even from the inside. Let this feel good. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Option to flutter your lips, releasing any remaining tension in your face, your muscles. And only when you feel called, drawing your knees together for wind relieving pose. Grabbing for opposite elbows, give yourself a big hug. Exhale, Shavasana. Own the space that you're in. Allow yourself to become heavy, yet light. I encourage you to rest in Shavasana for at least 2 minutes, but up to 5. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I hope it resonated. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I hope to see you in the next one.